Hello, Mr. Kenton Weeks. I am Sherilyn Dyer from 664. Could you please tell us a little about yourself?
Well, my name is Kenton Weeks. I am originally from Montreal, born and bred. I represent two areas, the Corkill area and of course the Cudgerhead area. That's where I spent most of my youth growing up.
Okay, I understand that you're a sports therapist. Exactly what does the position entail and how is it benefiting Montserrat?
Well, yes, that is a form of medicine, allied medicine, where we deal with athletes. The safeguarding of athletes, looking at their environment, looking after their injuries, assessing injuries, rehabilitating injuries, and just looking after the general well-being of an athlete. It's something that I always wanted to do, if I should say so. I'm someone who was very good in science at school. Did all three sciences, did well, and I love sports. I guess I inherited that from my father, and it was just marrying the two of them together, sports and science, and hence I got into that field.
Okay, it is very impressive that you hold such a position, yet you have not forgotten about God. I know you are heavily involved with the youth at church. Can you please tell us some more about that?
Well, yes, it is very important to always have God at the forefront. A lot of people may know my father, Kenton Weeks, but I think even more people would know Claudette Weeks, my mother, who seems to have taught the whole island. And you know that she's one who's heavily into the spiritual side of things, and it just rubbed off. I didn't have a choice in going to church, I didn't have a choice in doing anything that I wanted to do in that aspect, and it rubbed off, so it was worth it. And presently I consider myself a born-again Christian, and striving as everyone else is to live the life that is pleasing to the Almighty Father.
Right, so tell us some more about the youths at the church, what you're doing with them.
Well, I'm presently the president of the Braids Youth Group. It's a challenging position. The young people are a bit different than when I was growing up. They have a lot more challenges before them, and that's understandable. But I'm committed to them. I'm committed to helping them. So many times I find that individuals are interested in breaking down the youth and telling them what they aren't and what they cannot do, but I'm more interested in telling them what they are and what they can do. And I try to stress that, and especially on the Christian side, using examples from the Bible especially. And slowly but surely we're getting progress, and looking forward to bigger and better things from the Braids Youth Group.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what's your highest level of education?
Well, I would say my double major in biology and sports med, a bachelor of science degree. I did some postgrad work, postgrad diploma with sports science, where I went on to study the biomechanics of injuries and so forth, which really helps in analyzing and diagnosing injuries whilst you're on the sports field, before they have a chance to go to the doctor and so forth. So I would say, because of the amount of work I put in, it would be the double major I did in sports science and biology. Okay. Sports medicine and biology.
Okay, I know many individuals who go away and they study, they do not want to return home because they feel that they will not be compensated adequately for their qualifications. What prompted you to return back home to Montserrat?
Well, to be honest, I'm from the northern area. I rep the north. As I said, I spend a lot of my days, I've spent a lot of my days, young days, growing up in Cudgerhead and Bakerville area. So the place is here, it's accessible. I was quite fortunate not to be one of the individuals who had to be evacuated. And having my mother, my grandmother, and my sister here at the time, it was a quite easy decision in that sense. However, Montserrat gave me a lot. In terms of who I am, I couldn't be where I am without Montserrat and without people investing time and energy and money into me. So I thought it was my duty as a now adult to come back and invest into the land, and especially the young people.
Okay. Kenton Week Shipping has been serving Montserrat for many years. What type of services does the company provide?
Well, shipping, brokerage, as the name says. We have provided that service for quite a while now, and that was the passion of my father, Kenton Weeks, now deceased. He was one who really had a passion for the shipping industry, and just for that sake and for the service he provides, we've continued it, and in his legacy and for his namesake, you know, we don't want to ever forget him. He was a very important guy, not only in my life but for a lot of Monstrattians. I don't think a week has passed without me hearing grand stories about Kenton Weeks. So just to keep his legacy alive, we've stepped up and kept the business going.
Right. What advice would you give to Monstrattians overseas who are thinking about returning home?
Come home. It's your home. You hear the word home. I found it interesting when I was in the UK that you go and sign forms and they won't say British, you know, even though you have a British passport, you're an Afro-British, or you're an Indian British, or you're a Chinese or Asian British. And
wow.
So when I come home to Montserrat, it's just Montserrat.
Right, I like that.
And I think if you want to feel a sense of belonging, come home. It's your home. We are only given 39.5 square miles and in this world, and we might as well use it up and draw our strength from here. Even if you don't come home to stay, invest in Montserrat, give back something. It has really given you what you wouldn't have been where you are today without this beautiful island of Montserrat. So my advice to you, come home, invest. If you can stay here, survive, come home. It's not all about the money. I think if we sell Montserrat well, eventually money will flow.
That's true.
So I think we all have to come home and do our part to get the money to flow, so that you will then be earning the money that you want. So you have to take baby steps first. Come home, reinvest, and let's get Montserrat going, and then we can reap the benefits. And if not us, our children.
Right, that's true. Okay, my last question to you because of time. Do you have any advice for the youths of Montserrat?
Stay strong. Let God be your guide. Put God first in everything, and He will indeed direct your path. Don't be fooled by the glitter and the glamour. It is fleeting. You have a responsibility to your country. I want us to, as a set of young people, to become more patriotic about our land and start loving it a little bit more. Stop defacing it. Look after your environment. Look after your surroundings, and anything you try to achieve, you're going to work for. Put everything in it. Doesn't make any sense going halfway. You're only going to get halfway results. Put in everything that you have, and we are Monstrattians. We're not dummies. We're not fools. We're a strong set of people. I don't think any other set of people could deal with this ash that we've been having and all this disruption for years. I think we're just a special bunch of people, but if we apply ourselves, we can do mighty things. So young people, be strong, go for it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Weeks, for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with us. We really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Okay, bye.